Dana White left the arena during Francis Ngannou's final fight in the UFC. The final appearance of Francis Ngannou's UFC career happened 4 years ago today. Once regarded as one of the most dangerous men in combat sports, Francis Ngannou has scored several memorable knockouts in the sport of MMA. During his time in the UFC, fans continuously called for a fight between the Predator and consensus greatest fighter of all time, Jon Jones. Unfortunately, though, the fight never came to fruition, and after his relationship with the UFC boss Dana White turned sour, Ngannou left the UFC in 2023. And in what turned out to be his final appearance in the UFC octagon, White couldn't even bring himself to enter the cage and wrap the title around the then heavyweight champion. White failed to wrap title around Ngannou in his final fight. After knocking out Stipe Miocic in astonishingly brutal fashion, in a fight that took place in the UFC Apex, the Predator was booked to fight Cyril Gane, who had won the interim title just months prior. Fans were extremely excited for the unification fight, which was deemed to be a striker's delight. However, things played out much differently come fight night. Immediately when the Cameroonian walked out to the octagon, concern was raised by spectators as he was wearing a knee brace over one of his knees. And the performance that ensued came as a huge surprise, as Ngannou showcased a different side to his game by taking the Frenchman down, utilizing his wrestling and grappling throughout the 5 rounds. Because of that, the fight received a lot of criticism as it didn't live up to the expectations of being a tantalizing striking matchup. The Predator went on to win the fight via a unanimous decision, but his performance was met by a chorus of boos from the fanbase. And despite it being usual practice for White to wrap the title around the winner, the UFC boss decided not to enter the cage after the main event. At the time, White claimed that he had pressing matters to deal with backstage, and that was the reason why he wasn't able to present Ngannou with the title. However, since Ngannou's exit from the promotion, it has become clear that the boss never had a strong relationship with the champion. Will Ngannou ever return to MMA? Since signing with the PFL in 2023, the 39-year-old has only competed once in the cage, which has been extremely disappointing for the fans. And after having explored different options in the world of boxing, it seemed unlikely that the Predator would ever return. Despite that, Vadim Nemkov secured a win over Renaud Ferreira last year, potentially securing himself against Ngannou in 2026.